So this is the tutorial for the piece called Snowfall. It's in the Faber 3B lesson book. Snowfall is pages 12 and 13. So Snowfall is an example of a piece that goes from a major key into a minor key. You can see we start out at the very beginning. We have no key signature, basically meaning there's nothing in the key signature, which means that it is probably going to be C major. If we take a look at it, we'll notice that there's no accidentals on the first page. Accidentals meaning sharps or flats. So those are two indications that you're probably going to be in a major key, and it is in the key of C major. And if you start playing it, you'll also know we start on C. It has that major sound, so we're pretty sure that this is going to be in C major. So as we're playing this, then we get to the B section. The B section is at measure 9, and at measure 9, we start to see some different things. So I'm gonna play it for you and make some comments while I'm playing it so that you can hear what's going on here. Major sounding. So when we get to measure number 9, we notice that the left hand is going to take a jump. Now left hand's stayed in the same spot the whole time at measure, all the way through measures 1 through 8, and then at measure 9 it moves down to from the A to the E, and then we have this kind of minor-y sounding feeling. So then we start to wonder, did we just make a key change? So are we changing our home key? This is what gives us the indication that we might for sure be making a key change. And here's how we know. So the key of C major has no sharps or flats in the key signature. We've talked about this before. C major has, all major keys have a relative minor key. The relative minor key can be found at the 6th step of the major key. So the major key of C is starts with a C, and it's C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So at the 6th tone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is A. So A would be our relative minor. So is A... Can we see this like starting to focus around A? Well, we do notice that your left hand starts with an A to an E. So that's one indication that there's a possibility that we might be in the key of A minor all of a sudden. The next indication would be the G sharps. So we talked a little bit about this. I think we played some A minor natural minors and then the harmonic minors. In the harmonic minor, melodic minor, sorry. In the melodic minor, oh, it's harmonic. Now I have to look it up. You have the, switch back here since we're in the lesson book. I was right, harmonic. The harmonic minor has the G sharp. If you look at page 7, you'll see that in the right hand scale, it says the G sharp will give it a harmonic minor. it gives it that 7th tone that sounds like a T-do. So do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, T-do, T-do, that G sharp, or not G sharp, F sharp, sorry. If you played it without, it would be natural. Oh my gosh, Heather, you're playing the wrong key. A minor. So it is a G sharp. Starts on the A. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G sharp, A. Without the G sharp, it wouldn't have the T-do sound, so it's... So there's a difference there. Anyways, a G sharp will indicate to you that that it's probably going to be in that minor key. And since, and it's not just any sharp, it has to be the 7th tone. So in A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, G is your 7th tone, and so it has to go up that half step to be a G sharp. So that's the reason that there's a possibility that it did move to the relative minor. If you look at it, then it moves back, and then at the end, you're back to that C major where your right hand is, or your left hand is back at measure number 19 in the key of C, where it's got C as its bass key. And then you're good up until we get to measure number 27, and then we have some flats in there. But those flats are not really, they're not really related to the key necessarily at this point at all. So I know that that was a really muddy, like poorly described key change thing for snowfall, but that's really what it's all about. So now if you take a look at snowfall, you'll notice that we've got this so as you're playing that with that 1 and 3, try to avoid just 3 1 3 1 3 1 3 1. Instead, do that grab thing, and we've done it with the triplets before. It'll work with the 8th notes, because if you can get it going, really grab at those keys as you're going down. It'll be a lot lighter. If you don't grab at the keys, then you're going to be plunking your fingers down, but because it's a snowfall, it's kind of like needs to be a little bit lighter. Right hand should be just a little bit louder than the left hand. I like how at measure number 9 it actually says shape the phrase with the crescendo and diminuendo, so that starting it quietly, louder and then getting quieter again. Measure number 19, we are looking at an octave above, so it's going to be way up here at the C7. So make sure that you watch that. Left hand stays right down here at the C3, okay? But this one is way up here at the C7, and that's about it. Goes back to the regular octave at measure 27, so you're back down here. Up that octave again, okay? I love this. It's very pretty. And now there is a partner song for this one in the technique book that we will do probably within the next couple of weeks. We'll do that one too.